All right, so jumping, this is going to be an important video because, BMX jumping obviously goes together. So it's one of those things again that's going to be hard to rate. There's a whole lot more to it than what I written on the scorecard. But again, the scorecard will give me a good starting point from where we're at. So as far as the scorecard, all I'm measuring here is the distance that you can jump, all right? So if you can jump a 5 foot jump, a 5 feet jump, then you can go score yourself 1 point. If you do a 10 feet jump, then you can go 2 point, 20 feet, 3 point, and then 30 feet, 4 point. There's a lot of types of jumps. We're gonna dive right into it after this. However, right now, as far as the scorecard, I don't care what type of jump you're doing. The only thing I'm concerned about is, are you able to clear a certain distance while you're comfortable with your bike and you're completely in control, right? So if you're jumping any types of jump, the bike is in control, you're jumping and you land it properly in the landing without casing, and you do it 3 times in a row, you can score yourself the point, whether you do 5 feet, 10 feet, 20 feet, or 30 feet. So that's what the scorecard is going to be. Now, beside the scorecard, there's a few things to it. I would break this jump into 3 different steps. The first step, I called it a flow jump or a bell jump, okay? So what I mean by that is that what you're gonna do on your bike is literally nothing. You will let the speed do all the work, do its natural gravity. If you go fast enough, both wheels gonna jump, and you just let the bike do its work. If you have the right speed, you'll be able to clear certain distances. As you get more comfortable with it, you'll be able to just calculate how much speed you need to be able to jump a longer distance and so and so. But the flow jump, it's literally when you let the speed do the work for you. If you've never jumped before or you're learning about jumping, I would encourage you to make sure that your back wheel is a little bit lower than your front wheel, almost like if you were to drag, as this will be a safety net for you. You know, if you were to jump and not jump far enough, at least you'll be in a position where you can case. That's still going to be a mistake in a race situation, but if you're learning here, you want to make sure that you have a safety net. So you're going to jump and make sure that your bike has this angle in the air. Don't try to dive forward right away. If you were to land a little bit too soon, you are just going to be casing it, and you can be in a dangerous position over there. You can just flip over your bar or crash or things like that. And then if that happens, next thing you know, you start being afraid of it, and so you're going to have to battle that into your mind, and that's going to really slow your progression down. Okay, so just learn how to do a safe jump. Just learn how to jump, let the speed do the work, and keep your bike in that position in the air, not so much like this. And then as you clear the jump 1 time, 2 time, 10 time, 20 time, it comes to a point where you're just going to feel it, and naturally you're just going to be diving the bike right inside the landing. There are some people out there that like to move their bike in the air depending on their style. What I would recommend you to do on this is try to move as less as possible. Make sure you're able to do a good straight jump. Now, as you're going to get more advanced and practice, you will be able to control your bike. You'll be able to move it. You'll be able to add some style to it, and all that is all cool with me. However, make sure that these movement does not become a habit. There are rider out there that I train at the track that they literally cannot jump unless they tilt their bike a certain way. So that it means that there is a lack of control there. It's basically the bike makes that decision, or it's just your habits. I don't want you to go by habit. I want you to be 100% in control. If you're one of those guys that moves a little bit on the air, or that you add style, I'm cool with it. But at any given time, if you ask yourself, I'm going to do a straight jump, you need to have the control to just do that as well. Or on the opposite side, if you were to say, I'm going to move my bike in the air, whatever you demand to your bike to do, you need to be able to control it to a point where you are 100% in control of the position that you will have in the air, and then also your landing. The next step will be a boost jump. So what is a boost jump? That's very simple. It's when you do not have enough speed to clear that certain distance. So what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to boost the lip to jump higher so that you can travel a longer distance. So the boost is literally a bunny hop. Like I've explained on the video how you have to do a bunny hop. As you get better at your bunny hop, you're going to have to go to the track and then just hop it on the lip to try to get height. Now, I would say though that this is extremely difficult to do because, at least to me, if you don't practice a lot, that's the first thing that go out the window. I mean, you are going to go fast, you're going to jump, and most likely that's where the bike, you're going to get out of control. So you really need to make sure that when you do your bunny hop, that you're 100% in control in the air. So how to practice that? Start slow. Take a small jump, okay, and go slow, and then hop it and see how your bike reacts. If you're perfectly in control, you can go a little bit faster or take bigger jump. Now, there's a couple things that we need to talk about. The boost jump is that it's not necessarily a flow jump or a 100% boost jump. There's everything in between that you must explore as well. So coming into the jump, little bit boost, and you still rely on your speed. So maybe 10% boost, and then a little bit slower, 20% boost, and then you rely the rest on your speed. Go a little bit slower even more, and now you're going to have to do a 30% boost, 40, 50, all the way until the point where you go really slow and you really have to give it all you got. Now, if you were to do that, again, make sure that you are perfectly in control in the air. If you get in the air and you get some surprise where the bike went somewhere that you didn't command it to, that means that you're not in control. What I would recommend you to do is, rather than continue to do that on bigger jump, stay where you're at and control that part. Control your boost all the way until you are in control of your bicycle. The idea is, as you're going to get toward the elite side, eventually you will be so in control on your bike that you'll be able to go as fast as you can, manage to give it a good boost, like almost like 100%, and then you're still going to be in control. That's going to make you jump a very, very long distance. A couple of reasons you may need that is that in a race, you never know what's going to happen. You know, you could be racing, you're right in front of the pro section, and someone cuts you off. You lost a little bit of your speed, and next thing you know, you cannot only rely on a flow jump, you have to literally boost a little bit. So if you're used to practicing that, you'll still be able to be in the race. All right, so that's one reason. Another reason is that sometimes you're going to show up on a track and you may have a little bit of headwind, and the jump may be really big depending on the pro section, depending on how the track is built. It will be time where even you at your top speed, you're still going to have to manage to boost somewhat, whether it's 20% boost, 30%, you're still going to have to help your bike jump it and not 100% rely on your speed and make it a 100% flow jump, okay? So that's going to be that. Another reason could be that it could be raining and the track may be a little bit soft. Anything that's going to affect your speed, you're going to have to know how to boost, and you're going to have to know how to control it very well. The next type of jump that you're going to do, it's going to be a pump jump. The pump jump, it's literally where you're going to go and you're going to prevent the bike from going high on the jump. Because think about it this way, if you were to take a jump and you were to do this big bail in the air, by the time that the bike goes up and down, you're losing time. So if you're going to be racing at full speed, you're going to need to go to a straight distance. As you practice your bail jump, as you practice your boost jump, eventually you're going to have to start thinking about being more active and start going faster. So you're going to go and you're literally going to cut the jump and you are going to travel in a straight line. So if I draw a jump here, right here, and you got your double right there, instead of jumping and making this big circle in the air, half a circle, like this big bell, what you're going to do is try to travel straight like that. Well, how you want to do that is you're going to have to rely a lot on your speed. You're going to go fast, and as soon as you reach the top of the jump, you are literally going to push your arm down and prevent the bike from jumping. If you have enough speed, even despite you preventing your bike from jumping, it is still going to jump and float through the entire length of the jumps. Start practicing on a small jump, 68 feet, you know, and then try on a 10 and then 15 feet and bigger jump. Eventually, as you have the skill and the speed, you will eventually be able to do a pump jump on literally a pro section where you have so much speed. You're going to get to the top of the lip, you're going to cut the jump, and you're still going to float from one lip all the way to the other on a straight line, as opposed to do this big bell jump and lose a lot of time on that.